Hi, and welcome to the next episode of Belly to Belly. And we're here today to talk about SelectUSA preparation, and we're only less than 2 months away from the big event in National Harbor. So we're joined by great friend rcombs from Research Triangle Regional Partnership, or commonly known as RTRP. So welcome, Ryan. How are you today?
I'm doing great. It's great to be back with you.
It's wonderful. So as I mentioned, the real goal of these is really to help our audience, companies that are coming to SelectUSA, kind of pre-meet some of the resources that will be there that will help them in their US expansion, so that ideally there's some pre-conversations that happen. So when you meet at SelectUSA, it's the second or third time, and you're much more next level in terms of conversation. But Ryan, maybe a great place to start is really to let the audience know a little bit about your organization and what you do to help companies entering the U.S. and specifically into the North Carolina region.
Sure. So I run a regional economic development organization, as you mentioned, the Research Triangle Regional Partnership. North Carolina is 100 counties. We represent 13 of those counties. And our primary mission is to go out and promote the Triangle region in external markets, but we also play the connector for companies, especially international companies that are looking at the U.S. market. I know the U.S. can seem overwhelming, but there's great organizations like mine that are here to help you and really shrink the feel of the U.S. and connect those companies with the right people. And so SelectUSA is certainly a great starting point for that.
Fantastic. And so you mentioned SelectUSA. So why is it in particular that you participate in the SelectUSA event?
SelectUSA is the best opportunity of the year for both economic development organizations like mine to be connected with international companies, and for international companies to be able to come to the United States and meet all of the right people in one location. And so it's just, they do a wonderful job. Probably all 50 states are represented at this event, and it's just a great place to connect and learn more about what others' needs are.
That's cool. And so if I were an international company and looking at your organization and the sort of the 13 counties, what are some, are there some specific services that you'd be able to help us out with?
In terms of of an international company looking at the Triangle?
Exactly. Yeah, you would mention connecting, but obviously that's a really important role. But are there some other services that you provide to the international companies?
I'm sorry. Yeah. So our organization, I did say we're a connector. We work closely with our statewide economic development organization, the Economic Development Partnership in North Carolina, or EDP&C. We also have economic developers in all 13 counties. So if an international company is looking to set up shop and they're looking for real estate, that's where we come in. We can help identify locations for them to locate. If they're looking at incentives, that's where EDP&C comes into play with the North Carolina Department of Commerce. If it's B2B, we can certainly help try to arrange meetings. Obviously, companies that are coming here want to be connected with the business community. That's another place where we come in. We want companies to feel welcome here, and this is a great part of the country. You've heard of Southern hospitality, but it's alive and well here in North Carolina. We're going to make sure companies feel at home and that they get hit the ground running when they get here.
Love it. Yeah, no, that's critical, and the questions come up all the time about location and incentives and all that. So it's great to hear that your organization can help companies navigate. So a last question for you, Ryan, and that is, thinking of the companies coming to SelectUSA or considering coming, some will have been to the U.S. before. Probably many will have not yet been to the U.S. and certainly not yet to SelectUSA. And you mentioned it's a massive event and a massive opportunity. So how would you advise a company in terms of getting the most out of the event? What are some of the sort of the tips and tricks that you'd recommend to a company coming to the U.S. and to SelectUSA?
I think it's important for companies to do their due diligence before they come. If they have an idea that they want to set up in the United States, they need to have a better idea of the region of the country they want to set up in and why. They need to understand the business case for state by state of what they bring to the table, because when you get to SelectUSA, you're going to have 50 different states telling you why they're the #1 state and why it's the best place for your company. And so once again, it can be overwhelming for a company to try to figure out, well, who do we believe? Where are we going to go? So I think having a better idea of where in the US you want to be, narrowing it down to a few states and where you can actually spend time with those, because we're there. We want to meet with these companies, but we want them to get the best out of the event. So going in, just not having any meetings is not the best use of your time. Doing your due diligence, understanding who's going to be there, figuring out why you want to talk to those people and have specific questions to ask are very important to maximize your time on the ground there.
I love it. Yeah. What do they say? 80% of success is preparation. So I think you hit the nail on the head. That's fantastic. So yeah, preset meetings, have great conversations, and probably use the Matchmaker app and all those tools. Yeah, that are there. So, well, good, Ryan. This has been so helpful, and I know we're going to put your contact information in the description. So for companies that are coming, please pre-contact Ryan and his team, and I know they'd be glad to help you and give you any guidance you need. So, but thank you so much, Ryan, for taking the time with us today.
It's great to talk to you, Bill. Thanks.